Never stopping. Losing living. Dreaming never sleep. I'll be gone. City tripping. Catch me when I fall. Only if I do. This is too good. What can I do when I don't wanna lose this? Lose us, lose you. I've been trying to stop the high. I've been trying to stop the high. I've been trying to stop the high. I can't stop it. I've been trying to stop the high. I've been trying to stop the high. I've been trying to stop the high. I can't stop it.
All right. So sorry, we've been having a little technical difficulties with audio, but we are back and we're going to make sure all the information that you guys get to hear is very valuable. Miss Millie, are you there?
Yes, I am.
Okay. So thank you for being with us in this hard time of audio issues, but we're going to start over. So anybody who missed anything, you can get the valuable information. So first, I want to thank you. The reason why I decided to even ask Miss Millie to do this interview is because I feel like a lot of the information for those who have keloids are very limited, and it's our responsibility to just get all the information out there possible, just so we can make sure we're taking care of ourselves. So I want to start off with you introducing yourself, your background, and just telling people who Miss Millie is.
Hi, I'm Millie. I'm 59 years old. I was born and raised here in the Bronx. And I've been suffering with keloids for over 40 something years. I started at the age of 16. And when I did my second hole and in my ear, and then at the age of 17, I had the surgery. And then after a while, it came back out. So 4 times I had surgery in my ear where I don't have no earlobe because they had to amputate it. There was no skin there. Yeah. So the one on my right, he had to make an incision here in the face, and now I have a keloid growing there for the past year or so. Well, at least this one I could cover it with the hair and that.
Your pretty hair.
And I've been also using the patches, and of course your cream helps me a lot with the itching. It does give me a lot of relief. And also I have on my back, and the main one was the one on the chest, which I had surgery twice. The first time they gave me the regular radiation, which is when they do the incision, remove the keloid, they lay you down, and there's a machine that gives radiation on the skin. The second one was what is called brachytherapy. It's more aggressive. And that's the one where I had the issue a couple of weeks ago where I had a skin cancer scare. When I had the surgery 20 years ago, the doctor did tell me that later on down the road, there was a possibility that I could develop cancer. So I had a lesion growing there for a year, and I noticed that it wasn't healing. So I went to my primary. She referred me to a dermatologist, and then this dermatologist that I went to, she referred me to a specialist, and he's the one that did the biopsy. And in the meantime, I've been scared to death because you don't want to hear that word in your vocabulary, cancer.
No.
And even if it's skin cancer where it's not so bad as having it in an organ on your body where it's more that you could die. But just to know that there were cancer cells in your body is scary. Yeah. So I had the biopsy done 2 weeks ago, and I was scheduled for surgery on Tuesday. And finally, I got that call, thank the Lord, that they said the schedule for the surgery, the appointment had been changed to a follow-up because the biopsy came back negative. And
Yes. I,
I have in my back one that was back in the 80s where it was removed, and she didn't want to stitch up. That was done by a dermatologist. She didn't want to put no stitches on in my skin to prevent from keloids coming back, and she just left the hole there. That was very painful. I had to treat it and clean it. Well, I couldn't because I can't reach my back.
yeah.
But my ex-husband, he used to clean it and all that. But a keloid did come out, but it's kind of flat. It's not so bumpy, like I would say.
Yeah. Now, do you think from her leaving it open? Because I know for me, when I had my keloids removed on my chest, they stitched it. And I know you said your doctor said that she felt like the stitches would probably make a keloid. But do you feel like her not stitching it helped you out a little bit as far as it coming back or anything compared to getting stitches?
Um, Being that is in my back, I can't really see it. You know, like the one in my chest, I could see it. The ones in my arms.
Yeah.
I don't know. I don't think either way. Because like I
Yeah.
say, these keloids, they have a mind of their own.
Very much so.
You
Very
know,
much so.
mine just pop up randomly, you know, and the doctor did say even a mosquito bite
To
could
cause.
a keloid to form.
My
Yeah.
Lord. So from you experiencing having keloids at a young age and to still have some developing, now, do you have any type of advice on anybody who's out there who's looking to have any treatments done to get rid of them, to calm the itching, to just anything to just help their whole situation out?
I mean, it depends on the person. Do your homework, definitely. If
Okay.
you don't feel comfortable with one doctor, you have the option. You could get
Very
a
important.
that
Yeah.
I had a complex, you know, and
It,
as I gotten older, it's, you know, now I really I don't
yeah.
care, you know,
Okay.
and there are times because when I was younger, like I was telling you before, going shopping, covering up, um, when it was summer, going to the beach, trying to get a bathing suit. I was always with t-shirts. And
Yeah.
I also had an experience in my job where I had the blouse kind of slipped, and one of my coworkers, she noticed it and she's like, "What's that?" And I was like, "It's a keloid, it's a skin disorder, whatever." And her remark was like, "Oh my God, if I had that, I would kill myself." I had no words. I was like so devastated. I came home crying. I was like, you know, this is ugly. I don't like this. I don't want this in my body.
Yeah.
And one thing, when you go and have surgery, you think that it's not going to come back. It's going to, oh, finally, it's gone.
Yeah.
No.
No. I am a living witness. I know earlier when I spoke to you, you said that you would, if you could go back in time, you probably would not mess with it. And honestly, like, I'm still at the age where I still want to get out, dress and look cute and just be comfortable. And
Hmm.
I've had a time where I thought about, I'm like, well, maybe if I get surgery this time, but then again, if I see it coming back and get injections, I might be okay. But, since I've started my YouTube channel and got to meet so many people who, go through the same situation, some worse than others, I'm like,
Exactly.
wow,
Yeah.
like it makes you draw back and be like, maybe I should just let it be and just learn
Hmm.
how to live with it?
Yeah. That's what a doctor told me. Learn how
Yeah.
to live with them and ignore them, you know, because sometimes you make it worse.
Mm-hmm.
You make it worse because a keloid is really your body overheals itself,
Yeah.
you
And we're
know.
just growing as people. We're, getting older. And it's just like, at this point,
Hmm.
that's why I developed the cream. Because I'm like, well, we need to find a way to at least live while having it. And I'm not saying that there's never going to be a cure, because I know when you said you had your radiation therapy, and correct me again if I say it wrong, brach therapy. Did I? Brachytherapy. Now I know that was something that was new during the time you had gotten it. So like I like to tell people, I'm like, these doctors, we go to them because we feel like hope is gone. Like we just feel like they know everything, but they don't. That's why it's a practice. They're still practicing on our bodies. So it's our responsibility to just get as much information and listen to your intuitions on what you should do to go, however you want to just handle it. Just make sure, like you said, do your homework and make sure you understand the possibilities. And that's another reason why I wanted to do this interview, because I'm like, thank you so much for coming here to even share your story, because we need to know information like this of what could possibly happen later on after getting, certain treatments. And so I do want to ask you, I know I asked you this earlier before we had a little bit of audio issues, but I wanted to know, do you feel like having keloids have gotten in the way of your career-wise, for you career-wise or relationship-wise? Has it gotten in the way of any of those things?
Relationship-wise, definitely, because career-wise, you could buy stuff and cover it up,
Right.
But relationship, I believe it has affected, and because you do want to get intimate, you want to look pretty, and most of the time I was with a t-shirt on, and it's difficult for a man to tell you, lose the shirt, and how you're gonna at that moment explain to them, look, I have these ugly things in my body, and then you tell them it's a kilo, they're gonna be like, what's a kilo? And you don't want to go through that, and I believe it does affect your relationship with your self-esteem. It's like it's now that I'm older now, it's like, it's not that I don't care. It's just that I've learned to accept them. They're part of me,
Yeah.
But when you are young, it does affect you a lot. It does. I mean, for me, it did.
Yeah. So for you, like when you were younger and dating or getting to know someone, did you ever have a time where you were just like, you know what, I've been through this before, let me just let them know what I have going on now, or you just kind of wait?
Yeah, after a while, I was like, I'm not gonna wait till the last minute. I'd rather just at the beginning, once I feel comfortable, and I would say, look, I have this condition, and I would show them and whatnot, and it depends on the person,
Yeah. Did you ever had any bad experience after letting them know?
That I can't remember. No.
Okay.
No.
Okay. Okay. And so, let me see. I asked you earlier, but I'm going to ask again. Based off of your experience having keloids, would you recommend one treatment over the other? And I know you said it depends on the person, but like altogether, would you just say just not mess with it, or would you say, whatever, you feel comfortable with? What would you tell someone who's trying to figure out if they should get this surgery or if they shouldn't get the surgery?
Definitely, like I said, do your homework. And if you feel you want to do the surgery, then go ahead and do it. But do your homework, do your research. If you don't feel comfortable with one doctor, you could go to another one. Ask questions.
Okay.
And they're the expert. They're the professional. They'll let you know. I had one doctor one time, as soon as he looked at me, he's like, no, I'm not touching you. I'm not touching you.
And not all of them will do that.
Yeah. Exactly. So, some are in for the money, and one of them did a horrible job in my ear. That when I went to the plastic surgeon, he was like, who was the butcher that did that?
Yeah.
And I told him his name, and he was like, no, he did better. Yeah, so that's why I say you have to do your homework. You have to do your research,
For sure. Now, I know that you've used my Soothing Butter Cream, and I'm glad to hear that it's been helping you. How do you normally apply yours?
What I do is I do it like you said, after you take a shower, your body's your skin is humid. So I put it around it. But sometimes I'm sitting down watching TV and like I said,
It
they have a
starts
mind of their
to,
own, they start itching.
yeah,
And I'm one that once I start scratching, I can't
it's
stop.
bad. Me too. It's so bad.
It's so bad. So, and then it starts hurting.
Mm-hmm.
So what I do, I have that little bottle next to me and I'm watching TV and putting it all over.
Yeah, I
And
get
it
it.
does work. It does work. It does stop the itch. I mean, for me,
Yay.
it definitely, yes.
Yay, I'm so happy. I actually, and that's why I've been, releasing each of the product items separately because first of all, I create the cream one day because I don't know if you have the same issue, but when I'm in the shower sometimes and the shower head or the water is just like, I guess dropping down on my chest, it's like it kind of like take away the itching or it makes the itching work. I don't know how to even explain it. And then
I
I
know.
scratched so much until I actually caused my keloid to bleed one time. And I was
Yeah,
just like,
me
oh
too.
no, like this don't
Hmm.
make no sense. Like there has to be something that can be
Yes.
done to like just help it. And so that's when I create the cream. And I'm just sometimes like I don't like to use a lot of oil all the time on my body. So that's why right now we're in the process of releasing the cooling gel soon. That may help out
Okay.
better for some people who don't want to use, oil on their skin every day. But
Right.
it's coming together and I'm glad it helped out a lot. So I have another question and then I guess we can wrap it up. But I want you to just, if you have any advice for anybody out there, young, anyone who just feels hopeless, like, I know it messes with our self-esteem, but if you have any advice that you would tell someone or tell the younger you, what would it be?
I would tell them, this is just something superficial. It all depends on your personality or who you are. And like there's a lot of people out there that I thought I was the only one in the world with this problem.
Me
And
too.
when I got in
Me too.
Instagram, one day I decided in search to put keloids, like support groups, and I find many. There's so many beautiful women and men out there, with the struggle of this. And you have to learn how to accept yourself. And we're not perfect, you
Yeah.
know. And
Yeah.
just remember there's somebody out there worse than you, that this is not going to kill you. It's just a skin disorder.
Yeah.
And like I said, you got to learn how to live with it and accept it. It's hard because it's not easy.
Yeah.
Because I
Yeah.
just basically started accepting myself and putting t-shirts without no sleeves. And this
Okay.
summer I was like, whatever, I'm just going to be out there and let people stare.
Right.
But it's baby steps.
Right. Baby steps for sure. Now, I do want to ask you, what is it that you do for a living, if you don't mind me asking? We all have different walks of life.
Yeah, I worked 35 years in a bank and I just
Oh,
retired 2 years ago.
congratulations.
And I'm enjoying retirement. Oh my
Enjoy
God.
it.
Yes, I thought it was going to be bad, but no, yeah.
You thought it was going to be bad, really? Is it
Yeah,
because it's
people
like
were
you're
like,
just,
people were like, you're going to be bored? No, not at all. I don't mind getting up at 9, 10 o'clock
yes.
to go to work and
That's what I'm
whatever. I
talking
did
about.
my time. Now it's time
Yeah.
to enjoy my life. Yeah.
Yes. I am so happy. I am so happy for you. Like I told you before, you are such a beautiful person inside and out. I'm actually glad that we actually got a chance to actually cross each other's path, get to know each
Thank
other.
you.
I think
Likewise.
I think those who are out here just bringing more awareness to having keloids are doing
Mm-hmm.
an amazing job. Because like you said,
Yes.
I didn't know it was this amount of people either until I started a
Yeah.
YouTube channel. And it's just like,
Mm-hmm.
honestly, it's helped me. It's helped uplift me more. It's helped me
It
look
does.
at things differently. And
It does.
I'm happy to just have met all of these people
Mm-hmm.
who we can kind of relate to in a certain area.
Right.
So,
And like I said, I'm the oldest one here, and I see you young, beautiful people, and just keep going, and this too shall pass.
Of course, of course. Well, Miss Millie, if you want to give them your information, I don't know if you want to tell them your Instagram to follow you. You can
Okay.
feel free to do that if you want to.
Happy Silver Mills because I'm also growing, letting my grace come out.
Beautiful, beautiful.
And you can follow me, and there's a lot of people out there and IG, a lot of platforms that are helping us
Yes.
keloid warriors to, continue our journey in life and accept who we are.
Nice. Oh, last thing. I promise this is the last thing. Earlier we were talking before we even went live about the tattoos. I remember I got my first tattoo, which I wasn't supposed to get it the first time I got it, but I got it. And I did have a time where a small keloid, that's my first time really seeing a keloid or just paying attention to it. It came up, but then it went away. And I don't know if it's because I was really, really young or if it was just like, I don't know, but that was my experience.
I have had, one time I cut myself shaving on the back of my leg and a keloid formed. I was like in my 20s. And like 10, on the back of my leg. And the other day, I'm like, what happened to this one? I kind of miss them. They're part of me, So I looked and it's gone. It's gotten flat. You can see the mark, but it's flat. So that's weird. That's why I say they have a mind of their own,
Yeah.
And I've gotten tattoos, and thank God no keloids have formed.
But most of your tattoos were when you were in your 20s?
No, I just got them in my 40s.
Really?
Yeah, I just got them. At first, I was scared because of my condition, and I got I got my son's name on my ankle, and it healed fine. Then I've gotten like about 4 or 5.
Maybe it's something in the ink. I don't know, that helps get rid of it. Who knows?
But I didn't do it where the keloid was. I did it on an area where was fine.
Right.
I don't dare do it on top of a keloid. I will be terrified because it's so painful as it is,
But they have that. They have I forgot what it's called, skin tattoos or but I was so afraid to even get that done.
Yeah.
So, well, thank you so much for sharing that story with us. I will be in touch with you, and for those who have tuned in, I will make sure that this video is on my page as well. And until next time, beautiful people, thank you for joining us, Miss Millie. I will catch you guys later.
Okay, bye, beautiful warriors.
Bye.
Continue being strong.
I will. You too. Thank you so much.
Okay, bye-bye.
Little did I know I would get tangled in this I be tweaking all alone, staring at my phone. Gonna get out of this.
Okay, you too. Take care.
And this be tripping. And the 45 cruising. Someone get me out of this ride. Trying to stop the high. I've been trying to stop the high. I can't stop it. I'm high. I'm so high I can't stop it. I'm high. Maybe not. Tipping on fofos, rapping, tipping on fofos, rapping, tipping, tipping. I've been trying to stop the high. I've been trying to stop the high. I've been trying to stop the high. I can't stop it. I've been trying to stop the high.
Okay. That's it.
I counted up just like the threads that's on my sheets. Virginia Beach, Daytona Beach, like Myrtle Beach. No supervisor, I no bus up in these streets. My life's a beach, my life's a beach, my life's a beach. I start the waves by rolling purple and then I surf. The grass look green on the other side, but it's just turf. I counted up just like the threads that's on my sheets. Virginia Beach, Daytona Beach, like Myrtle Beach. No supervisor, I no bus up in these streets. My life's a beach, my life's a beach, my life's a beach. I heard of champagne in your campaign, and they really didn't love you, but you pulled strings and you did things. Oh, you beach now, no more poolside. Would you ride for me? You doing yoga, you want peace now, you coming over, you bought a beach